Thank you so much, Sampath sir, for sharing the conference report with us. So, Sampath sir பேசும்போது சொன்னாரு, இந்த கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் மூலமாக நிறைய பேர் வந்து அவங்களுக்கு ஓவர்வெல்மிங் சப்போர்ட் அண்ட் கைடன்ஸ் எங்களுக்கு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க அப்படின்னு. அதில் முக்கியமான ஒருவரை பற்றியும் சம்பத் சார் வந்து பேசினாரு. He is none other than the former judge of the Supreme Court of India, New Delhi, Justice Dr. A.R. Lakshmanan sir. So, நம்மளோட இந்த செரமனியோடைய இன்னொரு முக்கியமான ஒரு பாகம் என்ன அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இட்ஸ் த கிறிஸ்டல் ஜுவல் ஆஃப் வேர்ல்ட் தமிழ்ஸ் அவார்டீஸ். உலக தமிழர் மாமணி விருது பெறப்போறக்கூடிய அந்த அதிர்ஷ்டசாலிகள் அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்லுவேன். ஏன்னா அவர்கள் அனைவரும் தமிழுக்காக போராடி கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய போராளிகள். அவர்களை வந்து தேர்வு செஞ்சு திரு லக்ஷ்மணன் அவர்கள் இவர்கள் கச்சிதமாக இருப்பார்கள் இந்த விருதை பெறுவதற்காக அப்படிங்கறத முடிவு செஞ்சிருக்காரு. அவங்க யார் யார் இன்னும் சிறு நொடிகள்ல நமக்கு தெரிய போகுது. பட் அதற்கு முன்பு I would request the former judge of the Supreme Court of India, New Delhi, Justice Dr. A.R. Lakshmanan sir, to give a brief introduction about the award.
Are truly commendable. With his focused approach and honest endeavors, he always manages to find out the real talents and achievers from around the world and honor those who are worthy of the prestigious recognition of our prestigious awards. The deserving personalities are chosen on the basis of their comparative merit, high caliber, and commitment to national progress and human welfare. This year also, living up to the topmost traditions, the award committee have selected an impressive group of successful individuals for their outstanding achievements in the chosen field. As we know, our Madras Development Society is a non-profit voluntary organization of intellectuals, thinkers, and social works endeavoring to promote national development and also purposeful research on Indian life, culture, history, economy, and society. The purpose of the Institute holds special importance to highlight the richness of India and to educate the new and the coming generations who are besotted with Western culture and lifestyle. The Institute came into being in the year 2009 and soon created a strong public opinion in favor of its proclaimed aims and objectives. Over the years, it has held several important conferences, seminars, and workshops on subject of vital national importance. I have personally attended all the conferences and would like to congratulate the Institute for their untiring efforts to stand for the Indian renewal in all spheres, thanks to the untiring efforts of Dr. Sampath. In today's fast-paced life, it is heartening to see people dedicated in the national cause. The Institute has played a vital role in bringing the gap between the common people and the heads of states. Those who want to bring out positive changes in the interest of people and nations, and those who have the power to implement them. On my visit to several places, I was impressed with the high-profile meetings that culminate into valuable exchange of views and opinion and paved the way to unite the common cultures and traditions of the countries more strongly. With events like these, the Institute promotes the ideal of national unity, religious tolerance, and communal harmony. So, while selecting the awardees, their contribution towards promoting this ideal in different ways is given the due consideration. These awards, in my opinion, tries to project secularism at its best and revitalize the spirit of unity and universal brotherhood. As chairman of the awards committee, we have selected very important and prominent personalities of our country and from other countries for this year. The awardees are Dr. Padani G. Periyaswamy, he needs no introduction. Such a dynamic business magnate in our country and in the United States of America. Honorable Sasindran Muthuvel, Member of Parliament, Papua New Guinea, and the recipient of Pravasi Bharatiya Saman Award. Thiru C. Ramalingam, topmost contracting company in Muscat, but wants him to be proudly recognized as farmer. Professor Datto Dr. Marimuthu Thangavelu, President of International Association of Tamil Research. Mr. Ravindran Ramaswamy is the lawyer in Singapore. He is currently the advisor to this Tamil Representative Council and umbrella body for Tamil organization in Singapore. Mr. Roger Lakshmanan, a business leader from South Africa. The curriculum vitae given to us by all these people runs into several pages, but I confine myself to define their achievements in a nutshell. It is my duty to congratulate all these recipients on the meritorious awards given to them. I congratulate all of them from the bottom of my heart. I am sure that the awardees would continue to contribute to the growth and welfare of our nation. I have no doubt in my mind that the recipients of this prestigious award would undoubtedly achieve great things in their services, and I wish them all success in all their endeavors. And I am confident that they will continue to play a vital role in the building of our nation as a prosperous one. Most revered personalities have been the recipient of the prestigious awards given by our society. Although nothing can surpass the contribution of these wonderful human beings, but I can only add that Institute's research search for the deserving recipients is unparalleled. I feel honored to be the chairman of the award committee and congratulate those who are present here to receive the award from the hands of our Honorable Prime Minister of Guyana. I wish them all the best for their future endeavors. It gives me immense pleasure to be in the midst of very high dignitaries, namely the Honorable Chief Minister of Pondicherry, His Excellency Moses Veeraswamy Nagamuthu, His Excellency Paramasivam Pillai Vayyapuri, gathered here from around the globe. Dr. Sampath has been organizing this rare union of minds for the establishment of a better tomorrow, which is a dream that every citizen of the world is holding close to their hearts. The atlas is shrinking. The world is increasingly becoming a smaller place with the development of science and technology, efficient and quicker modes of transport, which has broken down cultural and social boundaries between nations. Social, cultural, and political interaction has become the order of the day. Globalization has only acted as a medium to fasten the pace of such interaction. No country, therefore, can survive in isolation in this vast ocean of humanity. A web of perceivable and unperceivable bridges joins all the nations into a global village. The nearly 50 million diaspora living in 130 countries abroad constitutes a significant economic, social, and cultural force in the world. The NRI enterprise, economic strength, contribution to industry, education, and professional skills all over the world is widely recognized. The heterogeneous Indian diaspora, spread over several regions of the world, is a product of different waves of migration over hundreds of years. Undoubtedly, this NRI community has expectations, hopes, and desire to achieve in their bonding from their homeland, the great territory of India. The Government of India recognizes 7th and 9th January as the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. 9th January makes the arrival of Mahatma Gandhi in India from South Africa to wage the movement for independent India. The occasion is marked by special programs to recognize the contribution of NRI and PIOs, individuals of exceptional merit. Felicitate NRI and PIO individuals who have made exceptional contribution in their chosen field, profession, and provide a forum to discuss issues and concerns that people of the diaspora. We, the World of Tamil Economic Foundation and Madras Development Society, have been doing and organizing programs to recognize the contribution of various individuals of exceptional merit and ability, and is providing a forum to discuss issues and concerns that are on par with the Government of India. I thank you one and all of you. Thank you very much.
I take this opportunity to thank the former judge of Supreme Court of India, New Delhi, Justice Dr. A.R. Lakshmanan, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So, Lakshmanan, sir, has revealed the suspense. Congratulations to all the awardees. So, the award ceremony is going to begin, but before that, it's time for the guest of honors to felicitate the gathering. To begin, I call the Honorable Minister for Tamil Development, Archaeology and Tamil Culture from Government of Tamil Nadu, Thiru K. Pandirajan, sir, to deliver the speech.
என் இனிய அன்பு தமிழ் உடன்பிறப்புகளே, my dear friends, சென்ற இடத்திலெல்லாம் வேர்பிடித்த இடத்திலெல்லாம் மனம் பரப்பிய இடத்திற்கெல்லாம் மகிமை சேர்த்த என் இனிய அன்பு தமிழ் நெஞ்சங்களே, my dear friends from around the world, Honorable Thiru Narayanasamy sir, Chief Minister of Puducherry, Justice Dr. A.R. Lakshmanan, the pride of all Tamils that someone could win democratically in a faraway land like Guyana makes us all proud. Honorable His Excellency Moses Veerasamy Nagamuthu, when all of us saw in the newspapers about your election there, every Tamil, the 1.5 million that he spoke about, in fact it's actually more, the 10.5 crores of Tamils, the hearts went up to see you getting elected, sir. And we were all very proud. Welcome to here. And His Excellency Paramasivam Pillai Vayyapuri, the President of Mauritius, we're very, very proud of you. And all the respected dignitaries, my dear friend, Honorable Deputy Speaker, Mr. Sivakulandu, and all the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais. I'll just take 2 minutes. The migration of Tamils. Tamilan endru kunam inam undu, taniye avarku oru kunam undu endrar kavinger. The unique things which we did around the world. If today we are the only race in India, the only state or states in India which can claim to have elected 5 heads of states of 5 independent countries, is only Tamil. The Tamil race is the only race from India which can actually do that. And it's because of 4 reasons. The migration for conquest, which the Rajaraja Cholan and Rajendra Cholan, the Kedar Kingdom and in Malaysia, and the 9 states of Asia Pacific. All of that migration was for conquest 10 centuries ago. The second phase was the migration for labor, the colonial labor, which in some sense took us to faraway lands, 21 countries, where the colonial indentured labor movement. I read a very interesting document by Macaulay, which said, why did they choose Tamils to go to all these faraway places? He said, Tamils are a race which are respected for their culture and agriculture. A very interesting statement by Lord Macaulay, which said the reason why they were taken is they could very easily settle down in a faraway land, in a tough territory, and they knew and they had expertise in agriculture. So whether it's the cane farms or the Malaysian farms, whichever place we went to, we could spread roots quickly and survive in a hostile area. So the culture, which is reflected in our religion, in our customs, in our manners, I think this is the reason they said. So the migration for labor was the second phase of migration, and the third migration was migration for commerce. The Chettiars moving into Malaysia, Myanmar, and Singapore, every place which they went to. So the migration for commerce was the third phase, and the fourth phase is migration for carriers. The lands like Canada, Australia, and the movements for migration for carriers. With all these 4 migrations, today we have 1.4 crores of Tamils who live outside Tamil Nadu, outside India, and another 1.2 crores Tamils who live outside Tamil Nadu in India, Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry in India. And I think this Together with, in Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, we have another 8 crores. So we have this 10.5 crore community, which is linked by culture and an identity that we are Tamils. And that is the power with which this conference is trying to leverage itself. Kudos to all the winners of the award today. Kudos to all the dignitaries who come from South Africa, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Mauritius, Guyana, US, Canada, Papua New Guinea, Fiji, France, Singapore. My heart goes out to the man who sang this priceless poetry, Yadum Ure, Yavarum Kelir. All world is mine, all human beings are my relatives. This man sang this 2,000 years ago. And that culture and that spirit is what we live even today. So the only idea that I wanted to leave behind is we must create a Tamil angel network and a Tamil venture capital which will be created in India but which will invest in enterprises around the world, especially in places like Papua New Guinea, Guyana, where the Tamil origin entrepreneurs, because entrepreneurship is in our blood. There are many things which are in the Tamil blood which gives us a unique identity. One of it is the spirit of enterprise, the spirit of surviving in a hostile land, the spirit of creating things where none existed. And that's a spirit of entrepreneurship. And in my view, these are two things which we would like to initiate from Tamil Nadu government side. We would like to have strength from the investors from all over the world so that we can create this, like China created the BRICS fund, like China created the new development bank as a counter to the World Bank, what they created here. I think we need to create that, and I think with the support of central government, which is very, very keen on cultural linkages with the entire world outside, we hope to make this as a reality. Thank you for the thank you so much for the opportunity to meet so many of you in flesh and blood and reconnect with the Tamil community worldwide. Thank you so much, Dr. Sampath. Thank you so much, the entire organizers of the Tamil Development Society. Thank you.
I thank the Honorable Minister for enhancing the spirit among the Tamilians. Tamilian என்று சொல்லடா, தலை நிமிர்ந்து நில்லடா. ரொம்ப நன்றி, sir. After which, I take this opportunity to call His Excellency, the Acting President of Mauritius, Mr. Paramasivan Pillai Vayapuri, to share his message for us.
Honorable Narayanasamy, Chief Minister of Puducherry, Your Excellency, Mr. Moses Virasamy Nagamuthu, Prime Minister of Guyana, Honorable Pandyarajan, Minister for Tamil Development, Government of Tamil Nadu, Honorable Sivakulundu, Deputy Speaker, Mr. V.R.S. Sampath, President, Madras Development Society, my friends Logi Naidu, Bala Balendra, Mr. Periyasamy, brothers and sisters, Sagodara Sagodarigale, Yellorkum Vanakkam. As I said at the inaugural session on Friday, it is always a great honor and a pleasure for me to be present at a gathering with brothers and sisters who share a common heritage, a common ancestry, genetic, cultural, religious, that is, the Tamil civilization. This is the third year in a row that I attend the World Tamils Economic Conference, invited by Dr. Sampath, Chairman of the Madras Development Society. I was indeed present at the third conference in Chennai that was also attended by Sri Moses Virasamy Nagamuthu, Prime Minister of Guyana. That third conference in Chennai was really a success. I attended the fourth conference in Durban with Brother Logi Naidu as the convener. That conference too was very well organized and was a great success. Already I can say that there is a number of projects that are underway between businessmen in South Africa and their Mauritian counterparts. Here I have come again to India, this time in Pondicherry, for the 5th World Tamils Economic Conference. My first visit to Puducherry was in 1983, when I visited the place where Mahakavi Subramanya Bharati took refuge when he was persecuted by the British colonial power. In the midst of our own Tamil diaspora across the world, we have precursors in the fields of science and technology, C.V. Raman, Subramanya Chandrasekhar, who are Nobel Prize winners. Further down south of Puducherry, in Kumbakonam, the birthplace of Srinivasa Ramanujan, the mathematics genius, the man who knew infinity. And I am very proud and honored to be the honorary president of the Ramanujan Trust in Mauritius. We organize every year a memorial lecture and a mathematics competition among university students. In modern times, it is really a matter of pride for the Tamil community that Sundar Pichai is leading one of the world's greatest companies, Google. So, my friends, we belong to a great civilization which in the distant past was a prosperous nation, counting in its midst explorers, inventors, and astronomers. Our ancestors believed in the universal brotherhood of man when they profess, as Minister Pandya Rajan just said, Yadumure Yavarum Kelir, the world is one, and all men our kith and kin. And they have also bequeathed to us one of the most potent human attribute, that is love, because our religion is based on Anbe Shivam, love is God. So this civilization, however, has suffered the influence of various invasions and has for centuries been subdued. And it is now our bounden duty to regain that ancient glory, but we have what it takes to achieve it. We need to be at the forefront of innovation and aspire to become leaders of that innovation-led growth model where our wits will be as much required as our skills. We are here since Friday. We have had 3 very compact days of sessions. We've had the honor and privilege of having the Prime Minister of Guyana, the Chief Minister of Puducherry, the Minister for Tamil Development of Tamil Nadu, the Honorable Speaker of the Puducherry Assembly, the Honorable Deputy Speaker, our Minister of ICT from Mauritius, ambassadors, honorary consuls, distinguished personalities, and businessmen from 13 countries, including India, Puducherry, Australia, Papua New Guinea, Malaysia, Singapore, Dubai, South Africa, Ghana, Bangladesh, Australia, Austria, El Salvador, USA, and Mauritius. Now, it is important for us, after this 5th conference, to stay connected. We have had networking exercises that have been established. We have to follow up now with business exchanges in the field of education. As has been said earlier, which is education, which is the most effective tool for development. We have to have exchanges of faculty and students. I was very impressed when I visited the VIT last time in Chennai and this time in Vellore. I must say I've been very much impressed, and all our congratulations to Dr. Vishwanathan for his great success. We have also to have cultural exchanges in order to promote language and culture. In recent time, there has been growing interest in the Tamil language. Many believe, a large number of people across the world believe with reason that Tamil is the oldest language in the world. And now we have a Tamil chair at Harvard University. So there are bright days in front for the development of the language and culture. Subramanya Bharati has said, Yamarinda Morigalile, Tamil Moripol Inida Badiyengum Kanom. Dr. Sampath said, we are here mainly for economic development. True. It is also important to establish cultural diplomacy that would help economic diplomacy. I'm very happy that just now I could converse with Charulata Mani, who presents Isai Payanam on television. She is in Brisbane, in Australia. I wanted to meet her, but when I came to know she is in Brisbane, some friends helped me to converse with her, and I have invited her to come to Mauritius to give some shows. This tells you how much we are in Mauritius interested in the development of our culture. We've had the visit of A.R. Rahman, and if I can take some time, you would be interested to know that in Mauritius, I belong to a club called the Tamil League. When we celebrated the 75th anniversary, no, the 50th anniversary, quite a number of years back, we staged the Silapadigaram in English, and I played the role of Kovalan. And in Mauritius, we have a speaking union, a Tamil speaking union. We have a Tamil Cultural Center Trust. We have subsidies from government. Now we need to construct the building for the center. And we would make some appeal to the government of Puducherry and Tamil Nadu and other well-wishers to help us in the construction of that center. As we are saying how we need to do all we can to promote, preserve, and propagate Tamil and Tamil culture, I feel it necessary for me to say that while we do so, we should not neglect Sanskrit. Because Sanskrit is called upon to become a very important language in the future, especially when it comes to computerization. It's important for us to know that in America and in Great Britain, Sanskrit is being taught to children. Sanskrit is part of our heritage, and therefore we have to keep it and keep it growing. Now, I have also to mention that we've already had a number of assistants from the government of Tamil Nadu. The Vice Chancellor of the University of Tanjavur came and organized some training earlier this year. As was mentioned also by Mr. Agarwal just a while ago, the government of India also is very much helping Mauritius. These days, there is a big project for the construction of a metro express in Mauritius, which is going to be operational as from September next year. Now, the next conference will be next year. It has been suggested that we have it in Mauritius. I cannot take any commitment, but it is not impossible. We have to take the idea to our government, and let's hope that we can get a positive answer. But I know it's not going to be easy because next year is election year. So let me conclude by wishing that this conference be the beginning of a new adventure, an adventure of business exchanges, of business partnerships, and as Mr. Sampath said, we the Tamils, we can and we should do everything better. That's what I wish to all of us. Nandri Vanakkam. Thank you.
உங்களுக்கும் எங்களுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றிகள். Now, the acting president of the Republic of Mauritius, His Excellency Mr. Paramasivan Pillai Vayapuri, would like to extend his gratitude by giving a special memento to all the guests of honor in respect to his love and affection. To begin with, the first memento is to the Prime Minister of Guyana, His Excellency Moses Birasamy Nagamothu, and his beloved wife, Mrs. Sita Nagamothu. The next guest of honor, the Chief Minister of Pondicherry, Honorable Thiru V. Narayanasamy sir. The next guest of honor is the man behind the show. He is none other than Dr. V.R.S. Sampath. Dr. V.R.S. Sampath, the convener of the World Tamils Economic Conference, the founder of World Tamils Economic Foundation, and the president of Madras Development Society. After which, the next guest of honor is our Honorable Minister for Tamil Development, Archaeology and Tamil Culture of Government of Tamil Nadu, Thiru K.E. Pandiyarajan. Deputy Speaker of Pondicherry Assembly, Mr. Sivakolundu. Deputy Speaker of the Pondicherry Assembly, Mr. Sivakolundu. Former Judge of Supreme Court of India, New Delhi, Justice Dr. A.R. Lakshmanan. I'd like to once again thank the acting president of Mauritius, His Excellency Mr. Paramasivan Pillai Vayapuri, for extending his gratitude and sharing his token of love. Okay, I take this opportunity to call the next guest of honor to give his wonderful speech. He is the most favorite person for everyone. Yes, the Chief Minister of Puducherry, Honorable Thiru V. Narayanasamy sir.
மாண்புமிகு கயானா நாட்டினுடைய பிரதம மந்திரி மேதகு மோசஸ் வீராசாமி நாகமுத்து அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு மொரீஷியஸ் நாட்டினுடைய குடியரசுத் தலைவர் மேதகு பரமசிவம் பிள்ளை வையாபுரி அவர்களே, உச்சநீதிமன்றத்தினுடைய மாண்புமிகு நீதி அரசர் முனைவர் ஏஆர் லட்சுமணன் அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு தமிழகத்தினுடைய கலாச்சார மற்றும் தமிழ் வளர்ச்சித்துறையினுடைய அமைச்சர் அருமை நண்பர் பாண்டியராஜன் அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு புதுச்சேரி மாநிலத்துடைய துணை சபாநாயகர் மரியாதைக்குரிய பெரியவர் சிவக்கொழுந்து அவர்களே, நேற்றைய முன்தினம் பேசும்பொழுது கூட நான் சொன்னேன், இந்த 3 நாட்களும் நடைபெற்ற இந்த உலக பொருளாதார தமிழ் மாநாட்டிற்கு கதாநாயகனாக இருக்கின்ற மரியாதைக்குரிய டாக்டர் சம்பத் அவர்களே, மரியாதைக்குரிய டாக்டர் பழனி பெரியசாமி அவர்களே, பல நாடுகளிலிருந்து வந்து மாண்புமிகு நீதி அரசர் அவர்கள் அறிவித்தது போல விருதுகளை பெறுவதற்காக வந்திருக்கின்ற மரியாதைக்குரிய நண்பர்களே, இந்த உலக பொருளாதார தமிழ் மாநாட்டிலே ஆர்வத்தோடு கலந்து கொண்டிருக்கின்ற பல நாடுகளிலிருந்து வந்திருக்கின்ற அருமை பெரியவர்களே, அது மட்டுமல்லாமல் புதுச்சேரி மாநிலத்தை பொறுத்தவரையில் இது போன்ற ஒரு மகாநாடு எங்களுடைய மாநிலத்துக்கு புதுமையான ஒன்று. அப்படி இருந்தாலும் கூட எங்களால் முடிந்தவரை இந்த மாநாடு சிறப்பாக நடைபெற வேண்டும் என்பதற்காக மரியாதைக்குரிய டாக்டர் சம்பத் அவர்கள் எடுத்துக்கொண்ட அந்த முயற்சிக்கு நாங்கள் அவரோடு தோள் கொடுத்து பணிபுரிந்திருக்கிறோம். குறைகள் இருந்தால் மன்னிக்க வேண்டும் என்று உங்களை நான் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன். I am very happy that as our honorable the President of Mauritius said, the delegates from 18 countries have come. They had a very good interaction on various topics, economic issues, Tamil issues, cultural issues, and also how all the countries can come together. The Tamils living in all over the world, how we can bring them together. That was also one of the issue Dr. Sampath has mentioned. In fact, one issue which Dr. Sampath mentioned today is some of the countries which are ruled by the French, including Puducherry, whether it is Reunion, Guyana, Djibouti Island, and so many countries were ruled by them, except in Tamil Nadu, except in Puducherry. Though the people from Tamil Nadu and Puducherry migrated to those countries, their family members, their forefathers were having the names of our own Tamil names. Slowly it is vanishing because the names are being spelled out in a different manner. In fact, yesterday I attended one of the musical concert by Reunion Group. In that, our Tamil people are also there in that. Because when we talk to them, they are not able to understand Tamil language. Because it's as everybody said, the rich language, Tamil language, it is vanishing in the islands where our Tamils settled there. It is one of the biggest challenge which we are going to face. In fact, by organizing this conference, by three factors we have to keep in mind for this. Number one, uniting Tamils through this conference on investment and culture, thirdly language. In the name of language, when compared to the economic point of view, cultural point of view, what is imbibed or what is the very concept of it is, when it is language, everybody will join together. Therefore, this is a good occasion that this is one of the forum, the World Economic Forum for Tamil is one of the important forum which is bringing all these three things together. Therefore, I would like to request, as I entirely agree with Pandeyarajan, the Honorable Minister from Tamil Nadu, that there should be a forum created for the purpose of like BRICS, where not only the governments and also the Tamil organizations, the language organizations, the cultural organization, economic organization like Chamber of Commerce of various places where our Tamils were living there, they should also become members. As a government of Pondicherry, we are willing to cooperate and support because Tamil Nadu being a big state, they have to take a lead. If they take a lead, we will also be joining together and bring not only the governments and also these organizations together so that it will become the focal point and it will become another forum for the purpose of supporting this conference, supporting this World Economic Conference. Because I find as a single man, though he is our hero, heroine is not there, but he is able to organize the conferences successfully. In fact, I went to Dubai to address the conference there. Entirely I spoke in Tamil when I was a central minister in Government of India, because all our brothers and sisters from those countries have come. Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Malaysia, Singapore, about more than 3,000 to 4,000 people were there. Because here I am speaking in English because I will have to tell our brothers and sisters who came from different states, different countries, they may not understand Tamil language. Therefore, this forum like BRICS, if it is created, both will supplement each other. That organization and also the organization which Dr. Sampath is leading, that will also support, number one. Number two, Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, we need investment. Our only precondition is 60% of our population should be given employment. That is our only condition. We have power, 24-hour power supply. We want only non-polluting industries. That is our motto. And we have got a good atmosphere for industries to be started here. The investment, because today morning I went and addressed the conference organized by Mudaliyar community in Chennai. There about 2,000 to 3,000 people were there in that conference. They came from entire southern India. They would like to come and invest because we need employment generation. We need economic development. We need peace in the area. We wanted the people have to enjoy all the facilities and amenities, whether it is health facility, education, the water supply, sanitation, and the electricity, the wider roads, because fortunately for us, in Puducherry, Now we have got a very good scheme, smart city project. It is coming up, which I told day before yesterday. Therefore, lot of opportunities are available in South India because our biggest asset is human resource. Below 35 years, 60% of the population is there in India. In our state, in a small state with 14 lakh population, you have 18 engineering colleges, 8 medical colleges, then Agriculture University, Central University, Jawaharlal Nehru Post-Matric Medical Education and Research Institute, the Dental College, Nursing College, Veterinary College, so on and so forth. And in higher education, Puducherry is the number fifth all over the country. Therefore, in the educational field, health sector among the smallest states, we are number one in health sector. That we wanted to grow further. Therefore, I need our brothers and sisters, the investors from other countries, come and invest in our place, and by that only we will be able to achieve the purpose of this conference. Not only that, not only from the point of view of investment, from the point of view of cultural identity, from the point of view of language identity, we would like to have this. With this observation, I thank every one of you who have come all over the world to participate in this conference, beautiful conference. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
புதுச்சேரி முதல்வர் மாண்புமிகு திரு வி நாராயணசாமி ஐயா அவர்களுக்கும் எங்களுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றிகள் மற்றும் இந்த மாநாடு சிறப்பான முறையில் நடைபெறுவதற்காக நீங்களும் உங்களது அரசாங்கமும் செய்த உதவிகளையும் எங்களால மறக்க முடியாது. அதற்காகவும் எங்களுடைய நெஞ்சார்ந்த நன்றிகள். Now it is time to present the award to the awardees. உலக தமிழர் மாமணி விருது வழங்கும் விழா இம்மேடையில் அரங்கேற போகிறது. சோ உங்க எல்லாருக்குமே தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும் யாருக்கு அவார்டு கிடைக்க போகுது, அந்த 6 அதிர்ஷ்டசாலிகள் யார் யார் என்பதை ஜஸ்டிஸ் திரு லட்சுமணன் அவர்கள் அறிவித்தார். இப்பொழுது ஒருவரை பற்றியும் ஒரு சின்ன அறிமுகம் கொடுத்துட்டு அவர்களை மேடைக்கு அழைத்தா நல்லா இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். To give a brief introduction about the first awardee, he was born on 7/5/1974 at Sivagasi. So Sampath sir, he said, "Pera padichirunga." So already the awardees know they are going to get the award. Yes, so why I am beginning with the introduction is that it's a small build-up. Okay, so let's begin about the brief introduction of the first awardee. He was born on 7/5/1974 at Sivagasi. He has passed the postgraduate diploma in Business Management, Management Studies Promotion Institute, New Delhi. And he has now obtained the citizenship of Papua New Guinea. Now he is an industrialist. He's got rich knowledge in parliamentary procedure and has held so many posts. He delivered his speech as regards to equal opportunities to be given for both men and women and youth welfare. He is the first parliamentary member of Papua New Guinea among Indians, and all these credit goes to the first awardee of today's evening session. He is none other than business professional, Honorable Mr. Sasindran Muthwal MP of New Guinea. Huge applause for him, please. Now I request the Prime Minister of Guyana, His Excellency Moses Veerasamy Nagamuthu sir, to give away the awards to the award winners. Yes, a huge applause for Honorable Mr. Sasindran Muthwal MP, Governor of New Guinea. He is also a business professional. Once again, congratulations. He is the first Crystal Jewel of World Tamil Awardee category. Thank you so much, sir. You can have your seat. Okay, to give an introduction about the next awardee, he is a distinguished Malaysian who attained distinction in both academia as well as in politics. His research and publications were always focused on education of the poor, particularly the Tamil plantation children. His passion for the Tamil language led him to the successful organization of the 6th and 9th International Conference of Tamil Studies held in Kuala Lumpur. Yes, he is none other than Tan Shri Professor Dr. T. Marimuthu sir. Huge applause for the next awardee of today's evening session. I request the Prime Minister of Guyana, His Excellency Moses Veerasamy Nagamuthu sir, to give away the award to Tan Shri Professor Dr. T. Marimuthu. Congratulations. I also request the acting president of Mauritius, His Excellency Mr. Parameswaran Pillai Vayapuri, to join the beautiful occasion, as well as our former judge, Dr. Lakshmanan sir, to join. Always his blessing is there. Thank you and congratulations, Marimuthu sir. Okay, shall I begin about the introduction of the next awardee? He was born in a small village, Mudakkapatti, in Namakkal district, and he has obtained so many awards for his meritorious service rendered to the humanity. Now he is owning a 5-star hotel titled as Le Royal Meridian in the heart of Chennai city, and he's done so many contributions towards the development of the Tamil community and for the Tamilians. Above all, 36th year of Madras Development Society meeting was convened at Hotel Le Royal Meridian, and award was delivered to international experts during the year 2017. And the man behind this successful story is the chairman of Le Royal Meridian, Professor Dr. Parni G. Periyasamy. The Crystal Jewel of World Tamils Awardee, and here comes the Crystal Jewel, Professor Dr. Parni G. Periyasamy. உலக தமிழர் மாமணி விருது வழங்கும் விழா நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. இந்த விருது லீ ராயல் மெரிடியன் உடைய நிறுவனர் தி சேர்மன் ப்ரொஃபசர் டாக்டர் பழனி ஜி பெரியசாமி அவர்கள் பெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார். The Prime Minister of Guyana, His Excellency Moses Veerasamy Nagamuthu sir, is giving the award in presence of all the other guests of honor. I can hear only 10 people giving their appreciation in the form of clap. இன்னொரு முறை எங்களுடைய மனமார்ந்த வாழ்த்துக்கள் சார் உங்களுக்கு. Okay, to tell about the next awardee. He is a lawyer and a partner at Colin NG and Partners LLP in Singapore. He specializes in banking and corporate law and has obtained his LLB. He was a former member of the parliament in Singapore and also served as an MP from 1997 to 2006 respectively. He is currently the advisor to the Tamil's Representative Council, an umbrella body for Tamil organization in Singapore. He is none other than Mr. R. Ravindran. The Crystal Jewel Award goes to Mr. R. Ravindran. So, adding another feather to Crystal is the crown. He is the crown jewel of World Tamil Awardee category. The Prime Minister of Guyana's Excellency Moses Veerasamy Nagamuthu, in support and blessing with all the other guests of honor, is giving away the award to the crown jewel of World Tamil Conference, Mr. R. Ravindran. Bye, sir.